Welcome back to the channel. I'm Doc and I'm out at King Salmon. We've had a couple wicked storms run through this past week, and I'm just out here checking on the flooding situation. We've had some pretty high tides, almost 8 feet. So I wanted to come out here, check out what our fellow community members are dealing with post-storm and see what kind of flooding they're dealing with. So stay tuned, hang with me. Let's get to it. Quiet, especially after a hectic stormy week. It's nice to get a weekend break, man. Well, it's been a bit of a hectic week here, man. Just the storms that rolled through and work and all the rest of it, but we've got a nice calm break and just in time for the weekend, which is always nice. But in addition to the swells, which haven't been too big, we have had some pretty high tides and just under 8 feet. And so we've got flooding, and I got to get into town, so I want to run by King Salmon and see what it's looking like over there. That little community gets challenged with the flooding, and I think high tide's passed now, so I'm gonna go check it out and see what it looks like when I get out there, you know. It's hazy out there. The sky is blue, but it's like there's some low-hanging haze there kind of hovering over the bay there. Can't even see the jetties. Well, how it goes, you know. It's a beautiful day, though. All right, well, King Salmon's just right up the road here, so I'm gonna get over there and see what it's looking like, man. The King Salmon here. There was a pretty significant accident up here. They had to bring in the tow trucks and a couple of hospital runs. Just got to be careful, man. The storms get pretty wicked in daylight savings time, and you know, just that time of year, you know. Tide's going out, but it's really high, man. We've had almost 8-foot tides over the last couple of days, and then when you mix that in with the high swells from the storms that just rolled through here, this community here in King Salmon gets flooded out, and water's still quite high. So I just kind of want to get over here and see what our fellow community members are dealing with, you know. It's just kind of the way of life, I guess, here. Yeah, the bay's still pretty high, man. All right, well, I'm gonna park and walk out a little bit and see what it's looking like here on the shoreline. Let's go see what it's looking like here. Where the jetties are right there, just out there the other day on north and south. Can't hardly see them, but there's only so much you could do, man, when the swells come in, and King Salmon kind of gets the brunt of it when it comes in off the bay here. Let's put these break walls up here and That's straight out to the ocean right there. It's like the tide's going out, and that's good. Swells are going lower. They're up to 15 feet, but it's supposed to be somewhere around 13 at the moment. Look at all these shells and everything else. See how far up water comes, man, you know? Then you get the surge from the storms, and it's a little bit of a activity, as it were. Well, it's all king salmon behind us. And tide's going out, so that's good, but PG&E plants behind us, and this is all along 101 right here. That's where we just came from. Pretty hazy, man, but it's calmed down a bit, so I'm gonna go take a ride around the little community here and see what kind of post-flood challenges they've had, though, you know. Make my way around the avenue here. Yeah, these houses sit down below, man, and you get a really high tide in the storm swell, and you know, this community all in here gets flooded out. And there was flooding earlier in the week when the storms were coming through, but it looks like it's gone down, so that's got to be relief for all these folks in here. It's a cool community, man. Yeah, they build their houses up, man. It's just what's up around here, you know. I'm gonna park up here by the restaurant and take a little bit of a walk and see what South Humboldt Bay is looking like here. Deals by the Bay. It's a really good restaurant, man. My wife and I have eaten here quite a few times here, but I want to get I'm gonna park real quick and take a little bit of a walk here. See if I can get a view of Fields Landing, which is right up on the other side here. All right. Take a look and see what we're working with here. Get up on the rocks a little bit. Beautiful day. Just marine layer sitting down though, you know. Whoa. This gets hectic out here, man, when the storms are rolling through, but it's just kind of the way it is, man. Storms come rolling through and you got to batten down the hatch. Then once they pass, it just kind of clears out and calms down. It's got a slight breeze going on here, but kind of the way it is here. Looking back towards Eureka and the jetties and all that. It's all South Humboldt Bay, and well, you can't see it, but Table Bluff and all that. I might go over to Fields Landing, I think, and check that out too, but we'll see what it's looking like. Little breeze. A couple pelicans sitting on the break here. This is where the marina, Johnny's, is back in there. It's all Humboldt Hill. Man, they get, when the storms come whipping through, especially with the winds, you know, because they're up on the ridge. We get it too, man, where we live. It's seeing big old redwood trees swaying back and forth. They'll give you a bit of a fright, man. It's all filled landing in here. All right, well, I think what I'm going to do is take a ride over to Johnny's real quick, just to see what some of the aftermath of the floodings they had here. There's pictures on the news and it gets all flooded out. I don't think it was too hectic. It certainly gets a lot worse here in King Salmon. Just kind of what they deal with here. It's kind of the way it is, you know. All right, well, I'm sure the birds appreciate after the storm calm here. They're up there chilling. Look at them. All right, take a ride over to Johnny's, and I swear those pelicans they're a lot bigger than they look, man. All right, go take a little bit of a drive over here in the neighborhood real quick. There's a little left. Look at that. They deal with this year round, you know, especially when there's high tides and 8-footers. It's going out now, but it's all Humboldt Hill behind us here. Yep, Emirate. Eerie, man, because it gets hectic out here during the storms, especially right here, because we're right at the head of the bay where the jetties are, man. So all right, well, I think I'm gonna take a quick ride over to Fields Landing and see what it's looking like, you know. Landing. Yeah, that wreck was right up here, man. Car went right over the embankment. There was a couple cars, and in the aftermath of the accident, there was some rear ending, and it's just getting darker quicker, you know. Right there, actually, there's the tracks behind me. That car flipped off right over here. It's dangerous, man. Daylight savings time, I don't know, just I don't know how I feel about it anymore, to be honest. I think I'd prefer it not, to be honest. I guess it gets darker sooner, but to each their own. Get over to the dock real quick and see what our fellow Field Landing Humboldt community members have been dealing with over here. The old railroad crossing right here, don't be fooled. Been long out of service. 60s, I think, you know. Northwest Pacific Railroad, when it ran through Humboldt, came right through Fields Landing, and there was a station here and all the rest of it. But anyway, let's go see what it's looking like out here, man. Oh, somebody's coming in on their boat. Sun's out, still got the haze, man. coming or going, I can't tell. That, a horseshoe pit. Kind of under sea challenge here. Yeah. Calm, man. Yep, looks like he's taking off. Well, go take a walk out on the dock real quick. I think he's waiting for his pickup, man. Well, based on this weather, you just gets calm after these storms rip through here, and it's what you're dealing with, man. But used to be a whaling station over here. In the 20s or the 30s. Wasn't in operation for very long. It stunk to high heaven, but there's a lot of history in Fields Landing, actually. Quite a bit. Humboldt Hill behind us there. Oh, kind of riding the dock here, eh? Well, just wanted to get out, take a break from all the storms, and it's just kind of the way it is here, get out when you can, and batten it down after when the storms come, and get out when they're gone. So another beautiful day, though. We'll take it. I think he's waiting for his pickup, man. Wow. A bit of a breeze. Well, I just wanted to get out here real quick and take advantage of the break from the storms, man. It's been hectic this week, just with all the storms and work and all the rest of it. So it's good to get a break for the weekend, man. Just had to run into town and get my propane tanks filled and make sure I got gas for the generators. We've got storms coming in this next week. I don't know if they're going to be as heavy duty as what just came through here, but I guess we'll see. I don't know. Just take it week by week. Well, I'm headed home. Thank you so much for watching. My family and I, we greatly appreciate it. And thank you to everybody that's subscribed to this channel. We just passed 60,000 subscribers, and we really appreciate all your support. It's really all of you that watch this channel that has grown it to where it is. So thank you so much for watching. Please be sure you subscribe down below. And from my family to yours, celebrate others, respect yourself, because love is powerful, man. And we'll see you on the next one.